Who Am I is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is on Mercy Johnson TV. This movie talks about a mother who despises her daughter because of the fact that the daughter is not amounting to anything. The daughter always brings in problem. The daughter doesn't know book. The daughter is not growing in height. Like, the daughter is not who she expects her daughter to be. Like, she despises the daughter. Now the future will tell whether the daughter becomes something good or not. And this is what you will get when you watch, Who Am I? What I like about this movie, long time I'm starting this review with saying that I love the storyline for this movie. In recent times, a lot of people want perfect children. A lot of people want their children to turn out the way they want. They want their children to be certain way. They compare their children with other people's children, and this is really relatable. I love that a lot. So if you watch this movie, you kind of resonate with what has been happening in our society, in our homes, or now surrounding, or the stories we hear all the time. So I really love the storyline for this movie. Then we talk about the cast, directing and acting for this movie. Ebube, Obio, oh this girl, guys, this girl can she's good. I don't know if her crying scene was fake. Those tears, man, they were so thick. I was like, is it fake tears or real tears? I was just questioning that scene. But anywho, I love that scene a lot because of how intense it was, how she was so pained about what she experienced with her mother in that movie. That was really good. This movie, Ebube was not joking. There was no comedy from Ebube in this movie. It was all seriousness all the time. So you're not going to be expecting a lot of laughter at all from Ebube. It was a serious game from the jump, so that was a good one. For this movie, you see Ebube in a different light, not in the comic actor light, so that was a good one. Then we talk about Mercy Johnson. You guys already know this woman can act. There's no dispute about that at all. She was really good in the acting. She brought her A game on. I mean, it's her production. She'll give you her best. Yeah, I love movies where the actors who are producing their own movies, when they are in the movie, they bring in their best. Like, they are not laid back, they are not uncomfortable on set, they are not uncomfortable with their co-actors on set. They just let loose and bring in their best. I really appreciate that a lot from actors who are 10 producers. So Mercy, she was good. I mean, Mercy Johnson these days, we don't get a lot of kissing, we don't get a lot of passionate romantic side of her anymore, especially on this YouTube space. We don't get that. We don't see that. Even her cinema movies or Prime Video movies, we don't see that. The last time we saw that was with Jamaica. Even that said, kissing no day inside like that. But yeah, what I'm just trying to say is that she's a good actress. This movie, she did what she's supposed to do, and that was on point. And talking about cast, I appreciate the fact that Mercy was able to bring in a lot of people. There were a lot of cast, a lot of passerby, a lot of scenes that a lot of people were seeing in this movie. That was really, really good. From the airport scenes, the donation scene, her joints where people come and go. How much will you pay people? Negotiate and add people to your movie. Let it be interact, That was really nice. Mercy love using a lot of people in her movies, especially if she's shooting in the slum or ghetto. A lot of people will be there. I always appreciate her for that. So this casting, directing, acting generally was a good one. Then lastly, I talk about the location. I love the location so much. Mercy Johnson doesn't disappoint. Again, like I just said, when it comes to ghetto, she used a lot of people. So a lot of people will come with a lot of location. You need location to have a lot of people. Even if the location is not much, the scene requires a lot of people, she will use them. So location were so on point. I think I just mentioned them earlier. From the ghetto, the slums were so much, and she used a lot of people, which was good. Then we go to the airport. There were airport shots that was really good. Outside shots, a lot of outside shots, because In this movie, Ebube was selling fruits. You don't sell fruits in one location. You go to different places, and this movie gave a lot of different places. Then we talk about the houses, the ghetto slum, the when Ebube became rich, you know, a lot of locations. And then the place where she sells, Mercy Johnson sells. That was also a very good location as well. So she used a lot of places. She used location was on point for me in this movie. So those are the things I appreciate and like in this movie. What I don't like about this movie, let me start with the basics. The time was too much. 2 hours. What happened now? Why? Mercy Johnson, you have joined a 2 hours gang. You should know that they've increased data. If your movie is not interesting, it's not this. I know with Ebube you get your views, but I'm just saying that 2 hours is a little. Sometimes the time discourages people to watch the movie, especially if it's 2 hours plus and the cast is not interesting. It's not somebody or people they want to see. You don't get your views. So please make sure that your movies are not more than 2 hours. The time was something that was discouraging to watch. Then we come to cinematography for this movie. Mercy Johnson has movies that have good cinematography. I don't know what happened in this movie. I don't know when they shot this movie. Whether they shot this movie in the first week of 2025 or they shot this movie in 2024 and they are now releasing it this year. I don't know what happened. The cinematography for this movie is trash. Plain blank point. I don't even want to expatiate it. Lighting was bad. Lighting is terrible. It makes even watching the movie where your faces are too oh no. And they wore a lot of red, like their outfit, their costume, they wore a lot of red, and the color is, the lighting was bad. So the red plus the dark mode is just, you can just imagine, it's like we came to watch funeral movie or guys. Cinematography was just very bad for this movie, and I don't understand why that was the case. Very bad. Like everything about cinematography, everything about cinematography is bad for this movie. It's very bad. Camera angles bad, lighting worse, terrible. Lastly, the scene where Ebube was doing donation, I don't know what to say about that scene, man. It wasn't looking realistic because the kids were looking at the camera. They were not concentrating on Ebube. I know they are kids, and I know maybe they were not even part of production, but they did that. They actually did a real donation for these kids and filmed it and added it to the movie production. I know they actually, it's like they did a real thing in real life, which of course is part of the movie production or part of the story, and the kids were not part of the acting crew or the cast. So it didn't really make it, it didn't really make it realistic that they were acting, you know what I mean? So it was conflicting. This was real life. They just took a video of that and compressed it as part of the movie, which is part of the movie, all right, but the people or the kids were not actors. That's basically what I'm saying. The kids were not actors, so whatever happened in that scene was not part of the movie. So that was something that I did not like, but that did not hold the quality back in terms of the storyline for this movie. And on that note, I'll actually give this movie a 6/10 because this movie is teaching us a lot to learn from. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next movie review.